seriously, is this how it's going to be now? Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Glennzb TV, the show that puts... You just ripped. Ellen just ripped my little thing that tells you how to get to my Facebook page, so... Guess it's the last time we'll have that on there. You all know how to get to my Facebook page by now anyway. Facebook.com/Glennzb. You're all there. Oh, I've seen you. I've commented with you. We've all liked together, haven't we? Anyway, let's get on with this show that puts Glennzb into your TV. We'll start off with Sam Bewley defying the odds in last night's men's mountain bike race. That's right. If you tuned into last night's men's mountain bike race, of course, you wouldn't have seen New Zealander Sam Bewley there, even though we thought he was going to be there, didn't we? We thought, oh, should we bother watching the last day of the Olympics? Are there any New Zealanders involved? Yeah, there's Sam Bewley. No, he's not there. Apparently, he was never going to be there. This is just clearing this up for you, Ed. He was never going to be in that race. What happened was New Zealand biking, their first priority was to select a male mountain bike rider to fill their spot, because they had a spot, but they didn't have a mountain bike rider to put in the spot. So what they thought was, I know, let's use that mountain bike spot to ensure we've got a reserve for our men's team pursuit team. The one that went on to get bronze. That's where you've heard the name Sam Bewley before, because he actually ended up riding in that team and securing a bronze medal. Are you following this? It's very complicated, isn't it? So basically they wanted to make sure they had an extra guy in case somebody fell over in the team pursuits, so they put him in the mountain bike, just in case. So amazing that they managed to pull this off, and yet for 4 other people they couldn't even get their names on the starting list for their events. This blows my mind. Alright, just more Olympic stuff that I don't understand. Like, what's with the hats that the water polo players wear? Have they got headphones on under there? What is with that? That thing? I don't know. Alright, more Olympic questions. Lowering high performance funding. No, they're not actually lowering it. They're just not giving any more money. In spite of our massive tally of medals, equaling our best ever lot of medals and masses of golds, and we're all done amazingly. Murray McCulley, or as I think of him now, Scrooge McCulley, no more money for sport. And I think this is good. I back him up on this, because I think what he's done here is he's looked at Australia. They've spent masses of money and not really got the gold medals that they deserve. I'd bet we've probably spent a lot less money than Canada has, for example. They've only come away with the Olympics with one, count them, won't take long, one gold medal. And there's us, you know, with our 5 golds, 13 medals, just cruising it on practically no money whatsoever. I reckon they should have less money. In fact, I reckon that Murray McCulley should go around and start taking their gear off them. Because obviously we thrive when we are challenged. Like, we should turn up to the mountain biking, no bike, just run it. And to be fair, I think that that woman who did the mountain biking the other night, who came 18th, in spite of getting a puncture and falling off, she would have done better if she hadn't had a bike. Very difficult to fall off your bike if you don't have one, and also would not have had to stop and replace a puncture. So she should have just run that thing. I reckon she would have done a lot better. These are just ideas, just brainstorming with you. All right, bye-bye Blanket Man. This is actually a beer. It's in our news today, in spite of actually being quite old news. Because yeah, I've got a news article here that is talking about a beer in Wellington that is created in Blanket Man's honour, and it's called Bye Bye Blanket Man. I don't know if they actually crushed up Blanket Man to make the beer. He was pretty fermented, so it probably would have been quite high alcohol level. But yeah, I've got another story here from you know, like June. The main reason I bring that up is because I want somebody to send me some free beer. So I throw that in. Alright, nowhere to unleash the beast. Poor old beast. Now, this is a story that just keeps going and going and going and going, doesn't it? Here is the beast. This is Stuart Murray Wilson. Do you notice that the really bad people, you always get to know what their middle name is? So, like, if I'd done something really terrible, I'd be known as, instead of Glennzb, I'd be Glenn Roger Hart. And that would be humiliating for me, because obviously the middle name Roger is a bit embarrassing. Murray, not quite so, but still a little bit embarrassing as a middle name. So that's him. Remember, we've talked about this, not to be confused with this beast. Okay? and it's been drawn to my attention that don't confuse him with this Beast from Glee either. That's Coach Beast. Okay, so if you see her or him, okay, that's alright. They haven't done anything bad. Okay, it's this guy, the guy with the middle name, that you've got to be really worried about. Anyway, nobody wants him, but I don't feel sorry for him actually, because yeah, he's a bad man. So too bad, Beast. Yeah. Let's make fun of his middle name, Murray, and humiliate him as much as possible, I say. And I'd just like to finish, this is sort of an injury update. This is jobs I still can't do. Now, the recovery's going quite well, if you're interested. I'm not wearing this that much anymore. I don't think I'm going to wear it on Glennzb TV anymore, because it makes me look like a bit of a gimp. And look, you know, it's moving around not too bad, but I can't get it much past there, to be honest, or above the head, to be honest. So while there are some things that I could do, like for instance, I'd be quite a good Aussie rules referee, because I can do that thing that they do, and I can do that, and that. I don't know what those things mean, but I've seen them do it. So I could do that job. Probably not an actual rugby referee, because while I'd be able to, I could award penalties to one side, if it was the other side, not so much. And definitely not American football, because if you know they do a touchdown, it's both arms up in the air, and that's not really gonna cut it. Certainly, I'd struggle with the cricket umpiring. I think if anybody scored a 6, it's kind of like a Billy Bowden thing going on there, and a wide. You know, that's not going to work. And maybe I could do it with a leg. I don't know. I don't know. That could be my unique trademark signal if I was a cricket umpire. But the one job that I definitely won't be doing anytime soon is the guy at the airport who brings the planes in, because unless that plane's just coming in and then turning that way, it's going to cause a whole lot of chaos at Auckland International. Know what I'm saying?